So we have our objects, Lua. We have our right spawns, and we're going to now generate lots. File, again, generate lots, all cells. This is the correct one, and I'm going to hit OK. It's generating the lot files, finished. So what did the lot files do? Inside of our Stripesville folders, we've saved it into this lots. It created chunk data. So on 628, it created this lot header, this chunk data, and this lot pack. These three files are effectively what allow to load the map in the Project Zomboid game. So now that we have spawn points, we have the lots, we have the objects Lua, those are the four things, right? Three things, lots, objects, and spawn points. Those are the three things that we need in order to effectively put this game inside of Zomboid. So now we need to move all of these into Project Zomboid. There are two locations where we can put these things into. The first location, which is what we're going to do, is what I like calling local. This is the local area. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. I already have this shortcutted. This is going to be under your users, right? In your C drive, you want to go to users and then Zomboid. So in this PC, I'm going to go to my C drive. I'm going to go to users. Then I'm going to go to my user. And then in that user, there's this folder, Zomboid, capital Z. Inside of Zomboid, there's going to be a workshop folder, capital W. This workshop folder is going to have, these are my other locals, but these are, hold on. Edgar, Zomboid, mods. Hold on, C drive, users. This is a different location. What is going on? Zomboid has so many places. Mods. Here it is. Okay, yeah. So it's going to be C drive users. Here's my username, and then Zomboid. Then I do mods, not workshop mods. Sorry, I led you astray there. So this is where my local area. This local, as I call it, is effectively where we can create a folder so that it loads up in a solo playthrough. There's an example mod here. I'm going to start by making a copy of this. Copy. Paste. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this mod whatever I want the mod be named. Now, once we start here in this local area, I would start naming the folder of your mod what you want your mod to be actually called inside of Steam, inside of Project Zomboid. And once we start writing this folder, I would change it very little. Now, here that we're in the local area, this is still not going to be uploaded to Steam. So you can still change your name with no problems. But I just wanted to let you know that once we move to the next step, not right now, but like in a couple videos, changing the folder name is going to be difficult. Okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and call this Stripes. Oh, my caps lock is on. Stripesville. I'm calling this local because when I start saving this to my little quick access, it helps me know that this is the local one that loads up for solo if there is no like larger mod that I've uploaded to Steam. So this is a copy of example mod. So let's go ahead, double click and open it. So there's a poster. There's this mod info file, right? It says info file. So this might be mod.info. For me, it gets rid of those. And then there's this media folder, right? Inside of the media folder, you have Lua Music UI. That's kind of like the example. You won't need all of that, but let's start with poster and mod. This is important because this poster looks like Till Death Do Us Part is the image that's there. This poster effectively is something that will appear right inside of the game when you upload this. This mod file, let me go ahead and open it here, is going to be, this is the name of your mod. This should match the folder that your mod is called. This matters more when we upload it to Steam. So again, I'm not really going to mess with this. Since in the end, this won't be named local, I would actually just name it Stripesville. Poster.png is pointing to this file here. If you change the name of poster, you have to make sure that you change the name of this. So this can be, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.png, which means that poster equals supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.png. The ID, again, we're going to deal with all of this later, but just so you know, this is basically the example of how the mod has to be structured. Okay, cool. Sorry for that weird pause. So now we're going to go ahead and move our files inside of the map mod. Let me just follow what I've done instead of just following. I was trying to figure out, so this is a tester that I have. So inside of media, there's a folder called maps. Inside of that folder called maps is the folder, there you go, local, and that's where I put all of my information. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow that. I'm going to just open this on the side and then kind of follow it off screen so that we can go ahead and, so we have our example mod here. Where is it? Stripesville local. So we have media, mod, and poster. That's perfect. Let's leave that alone for now. We're going to go into this media folder. Inside of this media folder, we have Luo Music and UI because this is an example mod that they're giving you. We actually don't need any of these folders. I'm going to go ahead and delete them. That's because this is a copy of the example. We don't need that. For a map mod, what we're going to need is going to be a folder called map lowercase. That is maps, plural, lowercase. It is absolutely imperative that it is that. So once we have that maps lowercase, we're going to now need the folder, right, which is going to have your mod's name. This is important that this is now called the name of your mod. Stripesville is going to be the name of my mod. You can call yours whatever you want. Eventually, this is going to be the folder that's going to get moved and uploaded into Steam. For now, the name can still be changed, but for the most part, be sure that you leave that name to be what your mod is going to be called. Once we're in there, we're going to go ahead and now move our lot headers, our lots, our objects, and our spawn points into this folder. So going back to our Stripesville folder, I'm going to click spawn points and objects. I'm going to hit Control Copy and Control Paste. I'm not going to click and drag because I don't want these to go away. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to go into lots, and I'm going to hit Control Copy, Control Paste. So I'm going to have these 5 things: the header, the chunk data, the lot pack, objects, and spawn points in here. If you had a map that is larger than one cell, like if you had 2 cells, 4 cells, 6 cells, etc., you will have the number of lot headers, chunk data, and lot packs equal to the number of cells, right? If you had 2, you'll have 2 lot headers. If you had 6, you'll have 6 lot headers, 6 of each basically. But there only will be 1 objects and 1 spawn points. Just wanted to point that out in case you're looking at this guide and you have a larger map. That being said, the last things that we're going to need is going to be 2 more things. One is going to be a text file. So I'm going to go click New Text Document, and this is going to be called map, singular. Except it's not a text file, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. It's an info file. So I could try to figure out how to write a new info file, but guess what? I already know where an info file lives, which is going to be these. So I'm going to copy a PNG in the info file. I'm going to copy those. I'm going to paste them in here. This info file we're going to rename, and we're going to call it map. This PNG file I'm going to rename, and I'm going to call this thumb, like thumbnail. I'm going to open this info file for the map. And it should actually look like this. Title, lots, description, fix 2x. Now, feel free to go ahead and type that out. Inside of, again, this one-stop tile shop, right? This is going to be where you have the first one, and then down here, Well, in one of these, written there is going to be this business, and I'm not going to waste your time with that. But basically, you want to make sure that your map is this. The title, which is going to have to match the name on the folder that this file is inside of. In this case, I named it Stripesville. Lots has to be Muldra, Kentucky, because that's effectively going to tell the game that you expect to put this map on top of Muldra, Kentucky, which is vanilla. If you name it something else, then it's going to end up being a standalone type map. The description, you can call it whatever you want. Awesome map. And you want that fix2x is true. I do not know the reason for this, but I just know that it must be set to true. I'm going to hit save. And this here has to be called thumb as a thumbnail because that will be loaded. That's what the Project Zomboid is going to look for. It's going to look for a thumbnail in there to basically slap it while people are previewing while you're previewing your own mod. With this being said, I believe with these files set here, we should be able to pull this open inside of Project Zomboid.